people were
Have you seen the tax for Galamsey? Have you seen our hotline document?
Yes, yes.
We saw your hotline document.
Yeah.
We don't know whether...
I'll come back for the fans later, but I have a report that I need you to see.
Undercover, we infiltrated the Jakobu Township, the seat of the District Assembly, posing as illegal miners operating at Eskesu, one of the mining communities. It is time for us to uncover the loot. We secretly filmed every process and navigated the community on motorbikes. The assembly is where we intend to make payments and confirm every illegal mining scandal. Our undercover operation led us to Philemon, a receptionist at the District Assembly. He greeted us and with apparent willingness agreed to help us procure a warrant sticker for our Galamsey operation. He called one district engineer who would later send us contact to the mining desk officer himself.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Boss Macho, okay, you're baby to stick out.
Okay, to stick out. And see, Onim, Bame, Odemodion, Bame, Miss Officer in Kasawai. It is no matter man and I'm money in the Panakasa. Why?
All right.
Yeah, first sticker.
Hours passed as we waited for the mining desk officer and leader of the task force, a man known interchangeably as Red, Malam or Nana, who also served as the community's chief imam. Our wait was prolonged because he was reportedly out on an operation collecting the tax from illegal miners. Payments were allegedly collected on Mondays and Wednesdays alone. Later, we managed to speak with the head of the mining desk on phone. He confirmed the 3,000 Ghana cedi payments for Chamfan machines and instructed us to wait for his arrival, which was very uncertain.
One leg, you know.
Batani. A better and keep a see a Kobe Picacra.
45 minutes.
Wow. Looking at Cabecra and to me, because he has sent your Kokumase.
Our investigation points to serious breaches of the law by state officials entrusted to protect the public. Under the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, Act 703, facilitating or providing cover for illegal mining constitutes a criminal offense. Evidence gathered shows that officials who offered protection and collected payments may have crossed the line from regulators to accomplices. These actions potentially violate the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29, which criminalizes corruption and abuse of public office, as well as the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921, which prohibits unauthorized collection of public funds.
Well, thank you for staying with us. You have seen this hotline documentary, but I've just brought you a short report from that. The full documentary, of course, is up on our social media. You can watch. We've also engaged the government spokesperson on this, and he's been assuring that every decision that the government has to take regarding this, they will. But it brings to the fore again, or opens up that topic on Galamsey. Every government that has come has attempted to want to fight Galamsey. But the question is, are they making any progress? Honorable, have you seen this? You have seen this, right?
Yeah, I've seen your report.
How do you feel about it? What should be the way forward?
Well, I think the issues of Galamsey have become very topical. And I think on countless occasions on this table, we have, in one way or the other, vented our concern as to how it has become an existential threat to our living. But this particular thing refers to a practice in a district where we, quote and unquote, as people would have thought that the district assembly, the municipal assembly should have been a body that should be fighting against Galamsey. It's rather instituting some measures to be able to raise revenue through such practice. I think that's the crux of the matter. They getting the involvement of a DCE where there was an undercover investigation taking place. Well, we know in our governance architecture, we have the local government system. We believe that the president sitting in Accra cannot be everywhere. So as such, we have a system that should be able to get somebody to represent the president. And per our constitution, if you look at Article 257, clearly not just the land, but also the mineral resources that are found even beneath or on top of the land is kept in custody of the president on behalf of the people. And once you are there mirroring the president at the local level, it is only expected that you act or your actions will mirror the aspirations of the president. It is in that light that I think that I want to agree with the government communication minister that the government will not sleep over this. But having said this, what comes to mind is, I hope not to be taken out of context, is we begin to ask ourselves as to whether it is a permit fee or just a tax system. If it is a tax system, then I ask myself, Dr. Nkwa here, who might be helping us out, and the lawyers who might be watching or listening to us, will ask, if you look at our Income Tax Act, 2015 Act 68896, has there been any explicit definition of business that is termed as what? Illegal? Because that conversation those times when we were in school has come up, where the taxman, that's the powers given to GRA, the taxman does not really care the job you do. Once you earn income, you should be taxed. And
even when we steal.
That's the point. That even, in some jurisdictions like the UK and the US, those things are the conversations came out, even prostitutes will have to pay tax, even though it's against the law. It's against the law. It's same as illegal mining. So is our law very clear on issues that are illegal? And the fact that once you are engaged in illegal actions or activities, you are not supposed to pay tax. So those are the conversations I want us to be able to look at, because some other debates will tell you that no, the act is not clear as to how we should go about some of these things in terms of raising revenue from them. Okay, somebody has engaged in illegal mining, has already destroyed the land, has made income out of it. Beyond this confiscating or taking it, can we tax that particular money? That's the question. So some of these things open up further discussions for us to be able to look if there's a need for us to tweak our laws to make it more biting and clearer so that we'll be able to handle some of these things. That'll be fine. But that said, I think that to have gotten the whole district assembly led by the DCE, I will want to hear his side of the story. Getting involved into this is not a good sign for us, because if you look at the commitment of the president, fighting, doing everything possible through the Minister of Land and Natural Resources.
What kind of system allows you to pay for tax before the work?
You
are taxed on
exactly
to do an illegality.
That's what I asked, whether it's a permit fee they're also charging at their local level. It appears to me like a permit fee.
If you watch the permit fee to do what some fund that has been banned by the EPA.
You see, I brought a conversation along the line. That I'm saying that if you say tax normally is after the work has been done, that you deduct all your allowable expenditure and then they tax on the income.
Yes.
But this one, it sounds like they are giving a sticker to even allow you to do the work. So is this some kind of local arrangement for permit fee to be paid or something? That is against that. That's my conversation. So, but how it's been captioned, tax, Galamsey tax.
Don't worry about the tax. Don't worry about the caption.
Okay.
Go into the crux of the matter.
Okay, which is?
The crux of the matter is, if you went into that local community and you wanted to mine, all you needed to do was find the DCE, speak to him. The DCE will direct you to an individual called Red.
Yeah.
Red, in collaboration with a NADMO personnel, will give you a fee, which is 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Depending on the machine you are using, right?
Yes, fine. In fact, for excavators, you pay tens of thousands cedis as well. Yeah. Now, this 3,000 cedis is not paid into a person or an individual's hands. It's paid into an account.
An account.
This account is titled Main IGF. From excerpts of what the DCE says, the crux is that we are raising funds for the district assembly, for the assembly, because there are no funds.
There are no funds.
So the clear issue is, are you engaging in an illegality to raise funds? That's just the bottom line.
Or you are promoting it.
Or you're
promoting it, because your actions could be promoting it somewhere.
But again, EPA has not lifted the ban.
Yeah.
of using champagne. In fact, in that documentary, they describe the champagne as one leg.
One leg.
One leg.
Okay.
Yes.
That means?
For whatever reason.
That's how they call it.
That's how they call
okay,
it.
one leg. Yeah.
That's how
so
they call
I
it.
think that I've made that point clearly, saying that already there's an aspiration of the president and the commitment to fight this. So any institution that is mirroring the president, that is engaged at the lowest level in any form, should be condemned. I think I made that point. And I also went for to say that also further exposed the kind of laws we operate regarding how we raise revenue in this country. And that should also be looked at, because we bring out issues to be able to discuss them, said that we are able to get a better result. And that's my focus now. And this is just under a cover investigation. I am sure when they will be called to also answer some questions, and that will come clear as to why that is happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awal.
Yes, I think when I saw the video yesterday, I saw it late last night. You posted the 26 minutes on your Facebook page, and I watched, and I was really scandalized to see that indeed the DCE will give a permit for someone to destroy their own communities. This is really scandalous. But you see, day in, day out, the President Mahama, and his government is telling us that indeed they are the enablers of Galamsey. Because you see, I was hoping to hear that by this morning, he has even been suspended. You understand? For investigation. I'm not saying sack him, just like Kenashibe is calling for his sack. I was hoping to see that this individual is being suspended pending investigations to find out indeed what, even though it is glaring and clear, the person who did the documentary is our award-winning journalist who has been doing this over time. The reason I'm saying that the government is the enabler of Galamsey is that there are numerous DCEs whose cases had come out, and none of them had ever suffered anything, not even a call for investigations. First, the DCE for Swaman was accused of using drip machines to do Galamsey. Nothing. Yes, Swaman in the Western North. Western North, yes, Swaman. And Obo Vasco, that's the name. That is one. Two is that the Erastus Asaredonko mentioned that the regional security liaison officer in Ashanti region, Captain Retired Jabari, had taken the Akatachieso mines. The national security took over the mines. And he said it was a directive from the national security up here in Accra. And they also denied that indeed they had asked him to do that. Again, the DCE for Atiwa East is still at post after Akufo-Addo High Court fined him for engaging in Galamsey in a restricted...
No.
Oh, Honorable, why would I give you the opportunity to...
I beg that narrative...
In a restricted... That DCE still, Kenashibe called for him to be removed. The difference between Akufo-Addo and Mahama is that Akufo-Addo was fighting Galamsey, and if there are allegations of people engaged in Galamsey, he sacked them.
Really?
In Amansie South, the DCE for Amansie South, Asante Bediako, was sacked because he only granted interview and said that Galamsey had really helped the livelihood of the people over there. Just the interview. He was not caught in Galamsey, but he was sacked. Again, the DCE for Bosomi Frehu, there was an audio as well when we all heard that people were saying that he was engaged in Galamsey. It was investigated and he was sacked. That was the difference. But this one, even a court of competent jurisdiction has said that don't go on the land. He went on the land with his brothers. Because he's the constituency chairman and now the DCE for Atiwa East, up to now he's still at post. This one, look at the video. I was thinking by this morning, the president will send a letter, or the local government minister will send a letter to say that this person should be suspended for some time for investigations to be conducted. The government is yet to even speak about it. But I'm not surprised because Amansie Central last week mentioned that the DCEs were given tip-off to Galamseyers, and it's making the work of NIMOS very difficult. I have maintained this over time that this government is not doing anything different. The only thing they are doing differently is that they are empowering their people to do Galamsey. That's the only thing they are doing. And you could tell, look at what happened in Hwidim. As I speak, no single person has been arrested. Those who went and even destroyed the car of the Zongo chief, they have not been arrested. From all indications, everything points to the fact that this government came to power and said he wanted to deal with kingpins. Unfortunately, the kingpins are within his government. So he cannot deal with the kingpins. That's the reason up to now you will not hear the president and anyone talk about kingpins again. Because those who are doing the Galamsey, the kingpins, those sponsoring, are the NDC. Because if the DCE could be caught on camera, and Honorable is saying that, well, maybe if we can tax something illegality, the thing is illegal. Don't even engage at all. Not about, we don't even need any tax.
No, we are talking
about We don't need any tax. They are destroying the water bodies.
Yes.
And what they are doing is illegal.
I agree.
Why do you even take even 1 cedi from them? We are even against the gold. Purchasing of that gold from them. And that's the reason when you check the gold board law, they are saying that they should trace the kind of gold they will buy so that you don't even end up buying from Galamseyers. Unfortunately, the president said, well, they are destroying our land. So if we buy the same gold and benefit from it, there's nothing wrong with that. That is what the MP is telling us right now, that, well, they are engaged in illegality. If really we can tax illegality. How do we tax an illegality?
That's what I'm telling you.
How do we tax an illegality? The entire thing is illegal. Prevent them from doing that. You, the DCE, is supposed to prevent them from doing it. You are the MUSEC chairman or the DISEC chairman.
I made that point clearly.
You are the district security boss. If NIMOS is coming to your end, NIMOS will have to come through you so that you show them the places. Now, the spokesperson for NIMOS is saying that the DCEs are giving Galamseyers tip-off to even run away. This is what Pakosi Shandov said on TV3. The video is there. You understand? So this government is the enabler of Galamsey. And they cannot fight Galamsey. They are engaged in PR. They will go. They just destroy some few champagnes, and you see the government minister for communications come out to say that this is what we're doing. But as I speak, there is no single kingpin that has been arrested because the kingpins are members of the NDC. A lot of them are MPs. Oscar Ofori-Labi, his people had to slaughter a sheep to ostracize him from Awin because they said he was parceling out the land and was giving 200,000 for them.
Okay.
Which Addo?
So the Amansie Central District Assembly has issued a statement which I shall be reading to our viewers, but I definitely want to hear from...
okay.
Why are you excited about
No, I'm excited I should read it.
Yeah, I will read it, but I want to hear him say...
Honorable wants, I want to keep quiet.
Yeah, why is this everywhere?
You know, issues like this, I always wish we tackle it out of political lens.
Exactly my point.
Because if you sit here and say Akufo-Addo was fighting Galamsey, you irritate us to respond. Because under Akufo-Addo, Galamsey got worse.
That is still politics.
Than today?
Yes. I am telling him.
Than today?
That
when you have DCs taking money.
Your submission, he was quiet. So please.
At least, you were born in Kumasi, grew up there, this and that. You should be a guy man. I get it. You should be a guy man. So. You see, when you do that, it irritates us to respond. It's a notorious fact that during Akufo-Addo's time, Galamsey got out of hand. We were told by Erastus that you refer that the first person to enter into our reserve, forest reserve, was NPP man. And you know, my good friend is late. I don't want to mention his name. Are you getting it? I mean, your time. You see these excavators every day coming up and down and all those kind of things.
Excavators.
Your time.
This time
your party national officers.
This is when we had excavators choked at ports that they were moving them at night. They were moving them at night.
You don't have license to bring it.
Because they were choked them at night. You were moving them to Burma camp.
At one point, 500 excavators.
We had 300 coming every day in this country under NDC today.
I wanted the viewers to listen to you, to understand you. So give me that opportunity.
Yes, I'm giving you that opportunity.
And the NPP, national officers of New Patriotic Party, were involved.
Excavators were bent.
Oh!
Excavators.
Take your time. I am building my point.
The national officer you were talking about, the government bent the excavator. Now you can't even start and suspend the DC. You can't even suspend the DC.
Let me speak to you for you to understand. I don't know who's on your president.
From Ghana to Brazil.
Take your time.
I made a tall list of people that you have mentioned their names.
Yes.
That you say they are involved in
public.
Galamsey.
Yes, these are public.
Whichever way they're here.
Reports.
He was quiet. I only saw him saying, He didn't say.
Knowing that this day
so let's hear him.
It's a fact. It's a fact. You see, you mentioned that even the excavators were bent. Were they not involved? They were involved. Are you getting it?
But by the time you end, though,
I'm coming.
By the time you end, though, I can't wait to see where you're going with it, because clearly it's the reason why power was taken away from them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
that's why I was saying that. Let's deal with the issue at hand.
Right.
Are you getting it?
Rather than
don't go back and say we were fighting. What were you fighting? Don't let us go into that.
Brought out a legislation for that.
Professor Fimpo what is alive for. And I'm even amazed why, as at now, President directed Attorney General to go into that Galamsey report, and then still we don't hear anything from Attorney General. Like all these people will keep quiet. Okay? Anytime you call MPP national officer to speak on Galamsey, tell the person to hold the schnapp and then speak and pour it that whatever I'm going to, and see whether the person can talk.
But how many people believe in schnapp?
Huh? You wait and see. You are here making this. You see, the DCE, whether IGF or whatever, I think President must sack him with immediate effect.
President will never sack him.
He must be sacked. Just to deter others. I mean, sacrifice one person to do something. You are here, someone has won election, you say they should go and then annul the election. Someone is involved in illegality, which you yourself have directed that whoever involved in this thing, you are going to deal with the person. Now the evidence is there. So what are you waiting for?
Oh, no.
Now, not
investigate the evidence.
Not the DCE alone. The NIB boss there, he should be fired. The national security boss there should be fired. The NADMO boss there, who has been giving the the bill, whatever, go and pay this, go and pay that, he should be fired. All these people, the police commander there, he should be transferred from there immediately. They can send him to my village.
There's no gold there.
There's no gold there. So he can just go and then rest and then be doing some of these things. So we should not entertain some of these things. President must be seen working. And this one will fall under Amal Kofi and then Ahmed Ibrahim. They should, I mean, as a matter of urgency, approach the president that this is what is happening. So we need to take action about that. And I know, as for Dr. Callistus, the moment president says, hey, do this, the brofo will come just like that, and then we'll hear whatever. Sentence. Yes, you just write one sentence and then ask you to. The DCE, I think, is not in tune with the reset. So president must reset him. Are you getting it? Anyone who is not in tune with the reset, that person should reset. To go and sit somewhere, then you get someone who can do this. To charge 3,000 for champagne, like we were saying, that maybe they are using it to raise revenue. It's neither here nor there. We want to fight a canker. If you are not able to do it, don't go there and then embolden them that pay this and go and do it. No, let them be there. Now, the most people, Kenebua, you and your people, you are doing well. But I think you should also be giving reports that will suggest that this person is leaking information to minors. So that if they need to sack, they need to sack. Okay. Look, Honorable, the good way that you are enjoying from Ghanaians today, some of these things, if you don't tackle it well, it will turn against you.
I think I made that point very strongly.
Ken Ashigwe has been praising the government that, oh, you are doing something, you are doing something. Now, look at where we are
But
going.
he's doing that believing that every individual cannot be the same. No matter what. You trust people. So when they happen, I'm sure the decision will be taken. And like I said, I took it from the point that the government communicator made a statement.
That
he gave assurances. I think you even irritated that point here.
But majority in parliament, you didn't wait for any.
No, but this you just brought this in yesterday. You just brought this in yesterday.
You issued a statement. Galamsey.
You brought this issue.
That's why I told you. Akufo-Addo is better because on allegation, Akufo-Addo sacked you.
How many minutes does
just on allegation?
Show your stand on it.
This stand
for majority in caucus. Same energy and sweat.
Wait and see. Wait and see what will happen.
Did you drink water today?
We drank so much water before we wrote that in. So much water. No, it wasn't just a reaction.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you watch the documentary,
yes.
Even if this, and I'm taking excepts of that, the statement that they have issued.
You know,
if you look at the destruction that is in that video,
of course,
I do not know what could be so.
If you are talking about that,
we're not calling for the investigation.
Yes.
I'm saying that quite admirable the role majority caucus in Parliament took about the Baba Jamal or the Ayawasu East constituency. We're saying that this, whether released a minute or a second ago, the swiftness which we want to see your stand, we have not seen.
Yeah. Wait until today, you see what happens. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, are you giving us an assurance?
No, I'm not giving you an assurance because I'm not.
Are you giving us an assurance?
At the end of the day,
I'm looking at next week coming here to say that.
No, let me make this point. On the floor of Parliament, a colleague who got involved in Sweden, you saw what Speaker did to him.
That's fair enough.
Up to now, the guy...
It is only Speaker that can do that. The President cannot do that. But the President hasn't done that.
When I read the statement, it will situate the conversation even better. Let me hear Doug before I bring this.
You see, I like it when Hopeson said that this conversation should be anti-politics, right? Yeah, so you see that...
Under Akufo-Addo, it was politics. So we still have to play politics.
You be playing.
No, just to situate it.
I'm going to tell my producer to buy me glue.
Someone who passed a law that people should enter the forest.
The forest. That's not correct. That's not correct.
What are you talking about?
This is something we
are you talking about?
Here already.
No.
What
are you talking about?
Even today, there are people mining in forest reserve.
No.
But Awal, you see,
they are doing it legally today.
Yes,
Shirano.
Hang on.
They are still mining.
No.
In forest reserve.
No. 2462 will discuss it.
I'm on the floor.
You brought this in quietly for people to
repeat by focus government.
So,
that is
you see,
to fighting this.
For me, let's look at it from this way. What were the reasons behind the tax for Galamsey operations?
Yeah.
All right. If you read the narratives, one, I think the reports, to some extent, seems to tell us that the municipality is under resource, so money is needed. So getting money from Galamsey to augment the operations in there. We have not seen a situation where the report is indicating that probably he's picking the money to enrich himself. Awal, you want to talk?
Yep, you see, I'm saying that to be very honest. Just to help him. He asked me.
Why would you want to help him?
To be very honest, this is the only time that the DCEs has got more money.
I don't know about this.
That one is true.
I don't know about
it. You know it because your 5% is not higher than...
Do you want us to mention names under
MPP? Assembly. No, it's true.
Do you want us to mention names under MPP?
No, I thought he was talking about...
In Jubilee House.
I'm saying that the assemblies have money today.
They have money.
Than ever.
They have money.
What?
The money goes early.
Case is still in
all right.
court.
So, my point is this. The money goes early. NDC under President Mahama is doing well.
Based on the ANCAP,
they give them a lot of money this time around, to be very honest.
So I find it a bit troubling why that 6,000 should be taken. In any case, is that tax going to GRA or it is seated at the assembly? Another key question that we needed to ask. What we don't know is that the DCE and his men were probably not taking this money to enrich themselves. All right, so 3 issues there. Then comes to the law. Company Act 2019, Act 992. Income Tax Act 2015, Act 896. Okay, these 2 major laws do not distinguish between legal and illegal businesses. As to whether those businesses that are legal or perceived as legal, whether they will take tax, and those that are perceived to be illegal are not supposed to be paying tax. Okay.
Okay, so just to be clear, the title.
I'm not done. No,
just to be clear,
I am totally opposed to that.
The title is a tax for Galamsey.
A tax for Galamsey.
Okay, so I mean, in the minds of my editorials, we're not saying that they're taxing the monies that the people make from the Galamsey.
Exactly.
Because when our reporters went undercover, they were yet to even secure a place to start. Okay. So what you pay for to give you access.
Like a permit fee.
Sort of, yes.
Okay.
So, yeah. Just
then maybe the title of that story was in itself a bit problematic.
Okay.
All right. But let's deal with the issue. Now, what our tax seems to do is that that is what the Honorable was trying to say. All right. You see, it applies to incomes from businesses, regardless of whether it is legal or illegal. And that is a problem.
That's the debate. Trust me.
No,
so it even allows, Galamseyers to pay tax. And once a Galamseyer is paying tax, then the operation, more or less, has been legalized.
Can you give me 1 minute? I say 1 minute. Seconds to draw your attention to something.
Okay.
Where president is serious fighting that canker, do you go for tax?
You are the music
maybe the president himself has also equally not looked at the gap in there.
Hey.
Oh, yes.
Because the president, of how we tax our businesses in this country, and there's no distinct whether what we're taxing you is legal or illegal. You can continue, but there are other laws that will come and nib you in the bud.
Yes.
That what you're doing is illegal.
Yes. Which of them? It's the mandate of a taxman.
No, but you see, the DISEC chairman is the one who is involved in this. Yeah. He's the district security boss.
No, we are.
We will get there. The entire environment.
Let's trot slowly.
So what I am seeing is that, you see, this Amansie Central issue, serves as a critical case, all right, for us to be able to intersect the former tax laws as against the practice of administrative illegalities.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you are able to bring these two together, then, of course, we can now say that because Galamsey is illegal, we don't expect any administration to be picking taxes from the operators. Then we know where we've got into.
Okay.
In any case, this case still represents what we call governance emergency. Because if the DCE and his men, would sort of take money from illegal operators and give them the permission to go and mine illegally, then what it means is that the DCE is endorsing crime on our environment.
Yes.
The DCE is also acting contrary to the directives of the president. All right, and the DCE is again perpetrating criminality on the people of Ghana. And for which reason I will support Hopeson, that all the people involved, all the people whose responsibilities are meant to check, you know, the destruction of the environment, Galamsey and all that, should be brought to book. In fact, the appointment should be terminated. They should be arraigned before, you know, courts, and for the court to hear them. If they are innocent, they go home.
Okay.
And then go and continue with their job. If not, you know, the law must deal with them.
Doc, let me bring this to all of us our attention. So here is a statement from the Amansie Central District Assembly, and I will be kind enough to put it on the screen. Amansie District Assembly. And they title it as Setting the Record Straight on the so-called Galamsey tax. Hey.
Yes,
now, the Amansie Central District, Amansie. The Amansie Central District Assembly has taken note of a recent expose being circulated under the title Galamsey tax. The title is wrong, by the way. The public scrutiny is welcome in a democratic society, but it is important that discussions of this nature are guided by facts, proper context, and fairness, rather than selective narratives that may mislead the Ghanaian public. Now, to begin with, the collection of revenue from operators who use earth-moving equipment within the district did not originate under the current administration. This revenue arrangement has existed for many years and spans several political administrations. Records available at the Assembly, including official receipts from 2023 and 2024, clearly show that similar revenues were collected in 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, and in the subsequent years. The current administration did not introduce this system. It inherited an already existing administrative arrangement. Now, for clarity, this revenue collection is not an informal or arbitrary practice. It is based on an assembly bylaw that was duly passed as far back as 2008 and has been operational ever since. No individual under the present administration introduced this framework. What is being implemented is an existing legally grounded assembly bylaw that has worked over the years. Now, the individual seen in the recording, popularly referred to as Red, is not a new figure. He is a recognized revenue officer who has served the assembly under successive administrations. His role has consistently been to collect revenue on behalf of the assembly in line with laid down procedures. This same responsibility was performed under the previous government without controversy. Suggestions that these funds are privately kept or diverted or are all false and misleading. All monies collected are paid directly into the assembly official account at Odotobri Rural Bank. These payments are supported by verifiable deposit slips and official receipts, all of which are available for verification at the assembly. While footage was taken of revenue collection, the portion showing the actual banking of the funds was not shown. That was shown, though, in that video. Now, since assuming office, the Assembly has ensured that these revenues are used to address critical operational needs. Official vehicles that were previously grounded and unserviceable have been repaired and returned to use. The Assembly, which previously lacked basic logistics such as a pickup vehicle, has now been equipped to function more effectively. These are practical interventions that benefit the district and do not amount to personal gains. The Assembly remains firmly opposed to illegal mining. The fight against Galamsey remains unchanged and uncompromising. It is therefore misleading to suggest that any official of the Assembly created or operates a system to benefit from illegal mining, especially when the arrangement in question predates the current administration and has been administered transparently over the years. It's also important to emphasize that the authority to mobilize such revenues comes from local governance framework, which empowers metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies to make and enforce all laws for the effective administration of their areas. If any individual or institution has concerns about this bylaw, the appropriate step is to formally write to the relevant local government authorities for a review. Until such a review or amendment is lawfully made, the Assembly's duty bound to implement the Assembly is duty-bound to implement the existing bylaw. Additionally, where claims are made about the legality of certain sites, the public deserves to know the legal and regulatory basis for such claims. Issues of legality are determined by the appropriate regulatory institutions, not by assumptions or selective recordings. Responsible journalism requires thorough investigation, balance, and fairness. This matter should not be turned into partisan propaganda or used to damage reputations. The facts are available. The receipt exists. The banking records exist. The practice predates the current administration and is grounded in law. What the public is witnessing is not the exposure of a new wrongdoing, but the presentation of an old administrative practice to suit a convenient practical narrative. Ghanaians deserve the full truth, no fragment of it. And this is signed by the Public Relations Officer, Amansie Central District Assembly.
What's the name of the Public Relations Officer?
It's not there.
It said 2008 bylaws.
Hey.
I can't remember 2008. I was Assembly member or a TMA. And those bylaws, were they dealing with Galamsey at that time?
But the bylaws, I like to think the bylaws would deal with your area.
Yes, your area.
In
But
your
I'm saying that 2008, that Galamsey issue was not there. So to quote that bylaw,
that they were taking monies as far as 208.
What you see, let us situate the argument
well. Have come at all.
Now, we are dealing with something that the whole nation is against. You don't go and say you have a bylaw, so I'm going to take money from there. Is it the only assembly that they have a Galamsey around?
I mean, because we're the custodian of this hotline.
What he has forgotten about.
There are some parts of this statement that is so false.
Yes.
If you watch the full documentary which we aired yesterday, the camera follows the individual that led my colleagues to the bank.
Yes.
What they did was respectfully cover the face of the banker. But from the filling of the deposit slip, anything that looks like banking was filmed and was not taken out of it. It was aired on TV.
MFA, you see, Honorable, please. The man is referring to 2008 bylaws, right?
2012,
2012, okay.
2020.
What I know is that Amansie Central, in fact, the whole enclave of Amansie has been involved in Galamsey for a longer time, even before the 2000s and all that. And so if you have a bylaw, then that is okay. But now that the president is saying that I am fighting Galamsey, what does that bylaw got to do there?
That's right.
It has no implication.
So I even mentioned that if you check the Gold Board Act, it is embedded in it that they should trace the kind of gold they will even buy so that they will not even buy from illegal miners. Now you are supposed to be the custodian of the entire district, the environment and everything. You're saying that because you came to meet someone, take money from someone to give him permit to destroy the environment, you do it. And when you check the letter, he's saying that even today they will still collect. Because, but no, check the tail end of the letter. The tail end of the letter is that until the bylaw is really repealed or amended, they will still continue to do their lawful thing. And they think that it is only the goal.
Along with you. While I know that the district assemblies play a role in mining, community mining, the sole responsibility is on the Minerals Commission, of course.
Right.
And they have
but they do it in concert with the district assembly.
With the district assembly. Yes. So what does this mean? This means that what? When you come, you're giving permits to go and mine legally or what?
In this country, the only person who can...
I just want to hear Honorable on this. How do you feel about this?
The point is that the assembly just sees that as a source of what? Recent revenue. That's what they are doing.
They see what?
They see that as a source of revenue.
It's one thing granting permits for somebody to mine.
For them, it's just because they are using their local laws to raise revenue. Beyond revenue, in other things, because they are not looking at the attendant consequences.
President,
no, I'm making a point.
Stop defending
let me make a point. I'm making a point.
Honorable, stop defending this.
I'm not. I'm stating what is there. Don't make it. I started without defending this, so I'm not going to defend it now. I am only telling you that the only thing they could be focusing on is about what? Looking at raising revenue. At what cost they are not looking at it. But currently, even if you are talking about bylaw, that started in 2008, we even have an LI that we have to cause it to be repealed. So it means that they could have gone in that same tangent. Exactly. That's what I want to, the point I'm making. They could have gone on that same tangent, because if this thing is, we are paying more based on the destruction being caused in our environment than the monies we are raising. You shouldn't, at the assembly level, be dependent on that. That's the point I'm trying to make.
So one question is that, yes, if they say they have a certified revenue officer who is doing that, what is the locus of the NADMO boss there?
Yes. What is he doing there?
What is he doing? The DCE must come again. With this, the next thing, we want to see the name of the public relations officer, because nobody can say somewhere, write something and put the public
because he should have written his number.
This is a very serious issue. We need his name so that maybe president can call him, invite him, PRO come.
Even the media can call him.
That's right.
For him to substantiate these things. Yes, yes.
Doug, if I wrote this as a response to the hotline documentary that we aired yesterday.
You should be fired. Simple.
If I wrote this as a response, does this confirm or deny the act?
No, don't actually. Yes.
It confirms it.
But you see.
So what's the call for
journalism?
It's giving reasons. Is that not why?
Oh, what reason? It's bogus reason. That reason.
Exactly. No matter how bogus, he's giving reasons.
It's confirmed.
That's why.
He's saying that they will continue to do it until that law is not there. So today, if Erasmus goes back, they will give them the license.
Exposes everything that he started writing. And I don't know the background of that PRO. You see what kind of training he got.
It can't be the thinking of just a PRO to write this. The PRO definitely write this to represent the full facts.
It will be the DCE, the coordinating director, all of them.
So if the DCE says that this is it, you as the expert, the PRO, you know how to communicate. You see, public relations is supposed to be dealing with damages. You understand? But
they don't see it as damage for them to want to deal with.
So that one is not even captured. That is why I believe that the DCE and the PRO, the two of them, and all others, don't really know the direction the president was going. They seem not to understand the changing dynamics within the fight against Galamsey, right? And so for them, because we are from Amansie Central, whether the president has spoken or not, we will still do it. We will still collect the money. We will still legalize it. You understand? That is why I'm saying that. I don't get this PRO and the kind of communication that.
So it tells you the government is not serious at fighting Galamsey. You see, the thing is that you allow him to even use the assembly's letterhead. He should be fired by today.
But Honorable, why shouldn't Awal say that?
Why will Awal
say that? The local government level is a subset of the
like what? No, they brought up a letter. Yeah. And we are discussing the letter here.
Yeah.
The impact of the letter and the consequences thereof will follow. Is that not it? So don't make it look at the fact that they wrote a PR.
But
are you happy that the DC is still at post today?
No, we're saying that, hearing, indulge me, don't indulge Awal. We're saying that we're in 2026. We talked about Galamsey all year 2025. This Galamsey got people like Doug and the CSOs to even meet with the president. So if we know that the government, in fact, it was one of your major campaign tools.
Yeah, of course. Now, the way they are going, I'm sure that we have to make sure we rescue, because it feels like your integrity has been bruised. So you're also becoming a bit emotional over the issue.
No, but see, that's joy.
You know what? When it comes to Galamsey, you know what it is.
I know.
I mean, we all suffer the same sickness.
And I think on this table, we've all said the same thing. Because we all drink
the same water.
No, but I think that
God has stopped buying contombre and whatever. No, it's not funny.
On this table, MFA, we've all said the same thing, except that Awal is trying to go extra mile.
No, but we're asking that the MPP said that they're not doing anything.
I think the bottom line,
we said that MPP was
the bottom line is that the president should sack the man.
That's the proposal you have. Yes.
Are we also in any way saying that for district assembly
the speed with
that says that they are using some funding to repair vehicles. They've also bought pickup vehicles, and yet you're telling me now the same district assemblies have had enough funding over the period, and no leg of the government can tell that a district assembly such as Amansie Central, they have had enough money so much that they are repairing.
2025, they've started getting better.
If we say that this is a representation of the government, and that if the government says that they're fighting Galamsey but they're not, would Awal be wrong?
Because I started by saying that it's an architecture. I started by making my point that the president cannot be anywhere. Everywhere.
So, but the local government minister, the regional minister cannot do anything about it?
No, I'm saying that even the regional minister will have to make sure it's preserved. That's why these things are coming up. The issues that will follow, have we seen?
How else would this have come up?
There was in Baba Jama's case.
Yes.
We need to see the same thing in this issue.
But who said it won't come?
Are you giving us assurance that it will come?
Baba Jama, that very day, it happened.
They didn't act on Atiwa East, so we don't see.
Whatever you said,
Atiwa East, we didn't see anything.
They did. It didn't go the way you wanted.
Kanashibe said he should be fired. He was not fired.
Yes.
NIMOS is this government's formation.
Yes, of course.
NIMOS has visited, yesterday my colleague confirmed to me that NIMOS would visit many times this district.
Yeah.
Because Doc has just been telling us that area is notorious for illegal mining, or mining I should say. Are we in any way suggesting that until this expose by us, nobody in your government, nobody at all knew about it?
I am sure NIMOS might be burning these things without even knowing that they have permits. It's the same thing. You see, NIMOS go to burn.
DCE for
what I say
from is on record. I have the video. I posted it on my Facebook page.
But you, Awal, as well, as MPP, you've seen the statement. It says that it backdated this activity.
This is not true.
How?
I'm telling you.
For your time, it's not true, but in this time, it's true.
What is even saying
that you spoil
when I say it's not true, I am saying that the person who did the documentary is Erastus. Erastus started doing this documentary as far as 2015.
Erastus supervised it, but
I'm saying that if these things were there,
just for
as a journalist, you do a background to any information before you even put it out.
You cannot even suggest our editorial process.
Yes, you cannot.
We see illegal mining in the community.
In the community.
We go there to see why there's still illegal mining.
Yes, you see, that is when you go there as a reporter. But when you have an environmental journalist doing this, he has the background and can tell you that these are things that are not supposed to be so.
You'll be
so there are things that...
hang on. If you like, don't take it from us.
Yes.
The statement says that it's verifiable. A bylaw is not a hidden gem. You can find it.
See, the thing is Hopeson, for the first time, I agree with him that the PR is not available to also be quizzed. Because when you were reading,
there's enough here to
when you were reading, you were also doing rebuttal.
To which ones? But they're very verifiable.
I'm saying that when you were reading, at a point in time you were saying that, but we recorded this, you were also doing rebuttal.
Well, let's not throw the baby away with the bad water. What I'm saying is that even by text, you can tell the title of the hotline documentary that they quoted here is wrong. I just went straight to correct them. I'm also telling you that they have quoted bylaws and they cannot come up with it. And I'm saying that
there is no bylaw in this country that will allow anyone take money from Galamsey. Amansie is not one district.
No, hear my question. My question is saying that the same way I'm demanding accountability from the NDC, saying that, are they suggesting that this is happening in Amansie Central and they have no hint of it?
That is why
it took our investigation.
That's why I told you that.
And you are happy with that question?
No, if the PRO is here,
but you're not happy.
He could tell us how much was generated in 2004. How much was generated in 2023? So that we will know.
These are different legs of the
No, it's not. Because that's what I'm saying, that this statement in itself is not accurate, the information in it, and the things that, because you even said that even the heading in itself was even wrong. So we don't even know whether, even though you have put it out, it means you got it from the right sources. But I'm saying
cannot say that.
This government...
You cannot say that. During MPP's era, look, the coordinating directors, I mean, they are there to...
So in the entire country, it is only Amansie Central that is taxing...
When we do this, what we do is that at the point when we have to take responsibility for actions, we don't want to take responsibility.
Exactly.
That's right.
But we then as well demand accountability from another part. How do we make progress as a country?
He has not substantiated what he said. He only wrote something.
In your report,
In your report, you substantiated it with videos. If I was expecting him to come and say, in 2024, we generated this amount of money from the Galamsey proceeds, so that we will know. But you cannot just write
your correspondent to go for
exactly. At this point, let me quote from your report that says that Awal is acting like the arsonist who is serving as the firefighter. That's what you are doing.
No,
because when
it's not
you,
it's not
what you are doing.
It is Kanashibe who said it 2 weeks ago that the fight against Galamsey today, it is the arsonist. He even mentioned it clearly. The arsonist
exactly
who is serving as the firefighter.
That's exactly what you're doing. Because to the extent that when it came to your point, when it came to your point, then they are
Are we in government?
They are trying to look
you
at
won these elections. You won these elections because you told us that you come and fight Galamsey. And today, the DCs are now fighting.
We are bold enough talking about it here. We are bold enough having some of them in court.
Nation building.
That's what
you are not part of.
That's what we are discussing. That's why I told you that let's discuss it.
This morning we have different prayers.
So accept your flaws.
Accept and then we'll move on.
The NDC is the government is not doing anything.
We are doing much.
The only thing that they are doing differently is that you will find DCs and MPs named.
That's why they are suffering.
National officers like Abanga and Yamin
to play.
Up to now, 7 months ago, when people
accuse
them,
you say
they have not purged their name.
But you are not
going to court to even purge.
Anyway,
yes, Chasbisu is still at court.
Let me make
but you are not believing.
But Yamin is not in court.
No, but you are not believing that the MP is in court. You are not believing the MP is in court. Everybody cannot be in court.
You are not the only person on this.
But I'm not the only person speaking.
I beg you. Let me make this a passionate appeal to the president.
He will not hear.
Mr. President.
He's a listening president too.
If he's not even watching, I know people will tell him.
The president watches Joy News, by the way. Yes. Speak, you hear.
The goodwill you are enjoying today, if you want it to continue, this Amansie Central DCE, fire him immediately. If he has helped the party to the point that he needs appointment, take him to another place. For that district, fire him. That is my request to you.
No, the president will look into it. I think they have a system working looking into anything.
And I can bet my last point that the president will
You don't need to bet any point.
Awal wants to go on a bet. Awal wants to go on a bet.
What happened in Atiwa East?
How much are you putting on it?
Oh, I can bet my last one. I said.
Selective amnesia. That's why he's suffering.
Doug, let me take those final words.
See, I find this whole release unfortunate, and I feel that in the first place, they should have come up with proper communication than what they brought. You see, 4 key points which I feel that they shouldn't have gone there. First, why would they deny that they created a Galamsey tax when the communication itself indicated that there is an account for it? You understand? So, if you are denying, your own bank account is betraying you or has betrayed you, isn't it? Or?
That's right.
Yes. Now, they equally defended the tax as what? Revenue collection. Where we have come to see that they are even getting enough from the government. All right? So, if you are getting this money, what are you using it for? Is there any processes for accountability and all that? They are criticizing the report. What has the reporters done? What have they done? Is it not part of the journalism, responsibilities? In any case, whatever details that have come out, are they rubbishing everything? All right? So you have no business saying that the report wasn't accurate. You have an account. The camera followed you to the bank. Is it not the case that when the DC was interviewed, he himself admitted that they take 6,000 for champagne operations? It's on record. What are you denying?
When EPA is saying that don't use champagne on
Exactly.
water bodies, and champagne are only used on water bodies. Okay. Yes.
So what are you denying? Then they are saying that they support the fight against illegal.
What?
They support the fight against Galamsey.
Yeah, they support
when they have allowed someone to use champagne on their water.
No,
and we are taking money for earth-moving machines operations.
Yeah. To destroy the land.
To destroy the land.
Well,
Dog, you
are still committed
you understand the dynamics there.
So I find it a bit unfortunate. And for a DCE to go out of some of this common sense knowledge, I don't find him fit for that position.
But you also do agree it's an entire system. It's not just the individual there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So whoever is involved.
No, but you mentioned it because we are looking at... Yes.
You are the head.
No problem.
Yes, no matter what. So the other challenge we also have here in this country is just targeting the heads and not looking at the entire system. That's what
Honorable,
he was justifying it too.
Honorable, the point is that he oversees, the operations of the district, right? More or less, he's the president.
Why are we attacking?
Yes, of course, I agree.
Anyway, gentlemen, our time is up.
Oh, really?
Yes. We have had a swell time today.
Yes.
It's nearly 9:30.
That's
and then I've taken all of your final submissions as well.
It went that fast.
It did. Well, I've seen some messages coming in. If you go on our Facebook page, they say that stop distracting your colleagues on. So when you finish, go and read that. But thank you for all. Yeah, they do, eh? Yeah. Thank you all for your comments and your reactions every time that we're streaming. But this morning, we were joined by Honorable Mohammed Bataglia, Member of Parliament for Sisala East and Board Member of TOR, Hopeson Adorye, Director of Field Operations United Party, Awal Mohammed, Member of the NPP Communications Directorate, and Dr. Bernard Tutu Wahine is lecturer. He lectures political marketing at the University of Education in Winneba.